Back to school means a lot of things for parents: supply lists, new schedules, and early mornings. But for many families, it also means navigating something much harder: a child who is struggling. Shiloh Florence joins us in the studio with more on how to help your students before a crisis happens.
1 in 3 Ohio high school students say their mental health was not good most or all of the time last year. Many parents don't know the warning signs or what to do when they spot them. Tonight we sit down with a licensed counselor who says the most powerful thing a parent can do costs nothing at all.
Back to School Real Life Ready, helpful answers for busy families, sponsored by Holtz Homes and Overhead Door of the Mid-Ohio Valley.
The back-to-school season brings more than excitement. For many kids, it also brings anxiety, pressure, and feelings they don't know how to talk about. The Health Policy Institute of Ohio reports 35% of Ohio high school students consistently felt sad or hopeless last year, up from 26% a decade ago. Holly Gerstel is a licensed professional counselor who works with kids and teens every day. She says the first step for parents is simple, but not always easy.
My first thing that I tell parents is sometimes be annoying. You know, ask the questions. Most kids want to feel like they're supported, they're being checked on, they're being valued, and that their emotions are important.
Gerstel says knowing what to look for is just as important as asking questions. Warning signs include social isolation, dropping grades, changes in sleep or appetite, frequent physical complaints with no medical explanation, and sudden mood shifts.
Very easy for really well-meaning parents to kind of dismiss those things and just say, you know, you're fine, move on, tomorrow's a new day. And while that is needed in a lot of situations, the validation piece is needed too.
Gerstel says when parents do see those signs, the school counselor is a great first call. But access isn't always guaranteed. The American School Counselor Association recommends one counselor for every 250 students. According to the Learning Policy Institute, the national average is 1 for every 376. In West Virginia, America's Health Rankings puts the state 10th worst in the nation for teen suicide, a sign that the need for support far outpaces what's available.
Schools do a really, really good job. They just have a lot of students to take care of, right? And sometimes, especially with rural areas, it's a lot harder to, sometimes there's just not there's, you know, a lack of a school counselor that's there full time, right? And it's no fault of the school. It's just, it's kind of, that's the way it is.
Gerstel says if school resources fall short, don't wait to look elsewhere.
I think everyone can use someone to talk to that's non-biased, right? An outlet that they can get their emotions out to. So don't be afraid to take that first step.
Gerstel's bottom line for parents: trust your gut. You know your child. If something feels off, ask. The Annie E. Casey Foundation reports more than half of young people who need mental health care still can't access it. So the earlier parents act, the better. A list of local and national resources to help you get started is on our website at WTAP.com. You can also view those resources by downloading the WTAP Plus app on your phone. Back to you.